All praises, glory, and honor is due to Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahushai, Ba'asham, HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, elder bishops, elders, teachers, and brothers of Great Millstone, who I've learned from over these past few years. I'm very young in the faith, and shalom to those men who are affiliated with Great Millstone, but they're not part of the camp, but do follow the same doctrine as do I, of Yahweh Shai, given to the apostles of Great Millstone on down, yeah, from the One West. Prior to that, salutations to the elect, Akim and Akwath, that's the men, women, and also, at least I forget, the children of the Bayafta Wadar, the house of David, are predestined to be saved in these last days. So, Shalom, Lord's will, this is edifying. It's more of an inspiration from the elder Vegas sit down. It's Karatazar. Yeah, just watched the video. I was looking at some information because I'm at the plantation. So I was looking at this, which is a job. I was looking at some news to see what's going on in the world, but everything's speaking on there's no more work in Egypt. So I'm kind of lambacking off the elders video there. So I'm gonna just play this video, get an article, and get a few scriptures. On Lord's will, it will be edifying because we've seen this place is done. This place is done. Yeah, Babylon is finished. You know, it's been a golden cup and it's done. Yeah, Yahweh Shai is breaking it down, bringing it down on many levels. Yeah, so and it won't. It's not going to recover. It won't be healed. Jeremiah 51. So here we go.
Where struggling European lender Credit Suisse, it is seeking to slash its overall cost base by additional $1 billion. Now its executives are discussing reducing thousands of jobs globally to achieve this objective. The bank, which began trimming frontline roles in Asia last month, is mulling an aggressive plan to reduce its headcount. It stood at over 51,000 jobs at the end of June. The plans are expected to finalize over the next couple of months. The bank is examining inefficiencies in its middle and back office, in addition to efforts to reshape its investment bank. Estimates being discussed include cutting several thousand jobs over a number of years. The cuts are likely to be deepest since former CEO Thiam. He slashed around 6,000 roles across the firm in 2016. It happened in the wake of unexpected losses on trading positions.
So we see it there, you know, when banks are cutting jobs, you can see that this it there, it begins. I'm going to go into this article. It's happening in Amazon, many other companies, Walmart. So I'm going to go read a bit of this article here, and Lord will get a few scriptures. Let me play what's wrong with this. Go to Zero Edge. Blacklisted news. So like you for this. Now you want to, yeah, okay. It's taking time. So, we've got, you know, a few of the headlines before I get to the main one that's dealing with this topic I'm talking on. 130 Coast Guard members sue federal government over vaccination mandates. You know, so that's division in this. You know, a house divided cannot stand. You know, Matthew 12:25, right? Luke 3:25. This place is done on many levels. U.S. announces military activity near Taiwan, for example. Matthew 24, 6 stanzas. You know, big rumors of wars, pestilence, plagues, and the beginning of sorrows. You know, Yahweh Shai is doing a wonderful work. To get to the main article, the source. So the headline is: "It's happening here." Is a list of 11 big companies that have announced layoffs within the past 2 weeks. Published in Blacklisted News, August the 4th, which is it today? Yesterday. When the economy slows down, layoffs inevitably happen. We witnessed this on a very large scale in 2008 to 2009, and now it's happening again. US economic numbers are rapidly getting worse, and companies all across America don't want to get caught with bloated payrolls as we plunge into a recession. You know, recessions when I think it's 3/4 of negative rates. I think it's 3 or 4 quarters of negative rates on the stock exchange counts for a recession. Yeah, they've gone from stagflation to recession. All right. Talking of recession now, we've been in recession. This place has been in recession for a long time, but they've just put it off by quantitative easing, which is putting money into the system. So quantitative easing is printing off money, putting it into the system, but all that does is raise interest rates, and that's what's happening around the world. Yeah, because the fiat currency is worth less. The more you print, the less it's worth. Or yeah, basically the less it's worth. That's why the cost of products doesn't go up. The value of the currency, which is the fiat currency, the paper money, goes down. Yeah, that's why the apostles have said, you know, it's not going to be our protection, but if you can, get a bit of gold, get a bit of silver, you know, because that's real money. As you will see below, many of the firms that are laying off workers are either in the real estate industry or in the tech industry. These are two industries that were on the leading edge of the boom times, and now it appears that they will also be on the bleeding edge as the economy crashes. Well, I'm just going to go through a few lists of these, and I'm going to get to some scriptures, and then Lord's will, that'll be it. Ultratech Inc. says that it will be laying off more than 600 workers. Electric truck maker Rivian will be laying off 840 workers. 7-Eleven, 800 corporate jobs. Shopify, 1,000 people. Vimeo, 6% of its current workforce. Redfin, 8%. Compass will be reducing the size of its workforce by 10%. You know, these are big cuts, you know what I mean? People are going to be struggling, you know, which will lead to second edge 15, second edge 16, yeah? That's what it will lead to. You know, not regarding their the kings or princes, which not regarding their leaders. Right, so I'm just going to get some scriptures and then just leave it there. But yeah, I'm going to start actually with second edge 15. Didn't plan to. Second edge 15. I'll start 14. So you know I'm going to go. So I'm start from 4. Start from 1 down to 6, and then I'm going to jump to 14. Yeah. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy. And have not the prophets been on the streets and the highways and byways for decades? Yeah, they have. You know what I mean? And like Apostle Tahar said in a video that I watched yesterday, the word is getting out there, man. You know, Ezekiel 37 is 100% in play right now. Yeah, the two states coming together. Yeah, Judah and Israel. All right, the southern and the northern kingdom, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. Yeah. The words of Yahweh Hashem Yahshai do not return unto him void. Isaiah 55:11. Fear not the imaginations against thee, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world. Did we not see this? I seen an article yesterday. ABC, I think NBC or ABC News. It's the MP, the pox thing, has been quoted as or now recognised as a national emergency in the US, with over 6,600, over 6,600, the sixes. Cases being reported, all right? The sword, famine, death, and destruction, that's what's coming, all right? For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the old earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Jumping down to 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands are some weapons. Yeah, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Right, and this is going to happen. This is going to happen. It's lucky for that. It's like work. This is going to happen when people are feeling it. When people have got no food. When people haven't been working for a while. Yeah, and they realise that the reliance on the government is not going to be fruitful. You know, woe to them that go down to Egypt for help. You know, Isaiah 30th chapter. So I'm going to get a few scriptures here. We start at a few of the scriptures. We're going to start at Proverbs 11:4. Riches profit nothing not in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivereth from death. So we got to, you know, through the will of Yahweh have faith in all his works and words. You know, have faith and pray for that faith every day. Yeah. Ecclesiastes 12:3. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the leaders are trembling because they're seeing the prophets, Apostle Tahar and the like-minded men of Great Millstone, and the other camps as well. They're seeing Israel rise up. Yeah, but mainly Great Millstone, because Great Millstone have 100% truth, and that's just the truth. I can't say it, you know, any plainer. And the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease. That means the work is stopped, which we're speaking on now, because they are few. So there's not going to be much work, you know. Eventually, this is just the beginning of, you know, the sorrows, the beginning of it. All right. And those that look out of the windows be darkened. So there's going to be no vision. So like, oh no, what's the future holding? You know, this is why the apostles on down. Apostle Tahar on down have said, you know, wisdom through the scriptures have reiterated it. Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time. Isaiah 33:6. Right, so let me just quickly get that, and I'll come back to this because I love that scripture. Isaiah 33:6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord Yahweh, Hashem Yahushai, is his treasure. You know, and this is what these lessons are for. From the apostles on down. You know, you know, this is what these lessons are for, to give us that stability. You know how many questions I've had from people, even people at work. Oh, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? And I'm just like, well, you know, they're all fretting, basically. I'm just like, well, it is what it is, isn't it? Time of war. That's where we're at. Right? Beginning of sorrows. Ecclesiastes 12:4. And the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low. Yeah, no more work. And he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. And is not music brought low? Yeah? So people are going to be getting up, trying to look for work, and there's going to be no work. It's going to get worse. Simple as that. Right? Isaiah, and definitely you don't even need to talk about the music. The music's just terrible, man. I don't even listen to it. Anyway, off on a tangent. Isaiah 19:15. Neither shall there be any work for Egypt which the head or tail, branch or rush may do. Yeah? Wow. You know what? I could go into other. Yeah, no, I want to go to 2nd Edges 6:23. No. Actually, Ecclesiastes, 10:8. I'm going to finish off with that one. Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. And this is what we see in the beginning of. We've seen the end of Esau's world and the beginning of Jacob. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. 2nd Edges 6 and 9. Why is earth and ashes proud? These people are proud and, anyway. There is not a more wicked thing than a covetous man, for such as one setteth his own soul to sale, because while he liveth he chaseth away his bowels. Casteth away his bowels. So that was a bit off on a tangent, but end of the day, we've got no reason to be proud whatsoever. Why is earth and ashes proud? And the apostles on down are giving us the warning through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. They're the leaders. We've got to follow the leaders. Simple as that. Because they've got the truth. So with that, Lord's will, it was edifying. And say, Barakata Yahweh, Barakata Yahushai, Barakata Yahweh, Barakata Yahushai, Kol Halol Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kodash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, and teachers of great millstone and the like-minded men who are pushing the same doctrine. Shalom from the hopeful elect to the elect. Shalom.